I'm waiting on an Uber. I'm clear. I started all this shit. Oh, yes, I am. Brendan is trying to call me, and he's begging for mercy because he did something bad. Send Alva and Brendan, and I'll bend the knee because I see everything that's going on. Do I look messed up, Brendan? You did this to me on purpose. What's this, Brendan? You gotta explain all that. I don't care. I didn't do anything wrong. I got rid of all that shit that you stashed up, and you did it to my car. And I don't want you ever coming near me or my family again. If you call me right now, I'll hang up. You've been doing this to me for too long. Whew. Good thing I'm healthy. I'm strong. I never die. Hopefully, that's true. I'm gonna pray to God for mercy on your soul. That's what you get. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Sorry to swear. That's disgusting. I'm gonna keep this stream alive. And if anybody comes near me, because he claimed to have stolen my wallet already, and that's not gonna happen because he had all the accounts I had. He's a sneaky hacker. I was trying to tell the Lehigh Valley it was messed up for a while. Finally, I did it. I think this will break the case. I don't care how good his lawyer is. He's guilty. I'm innocent. I don't care. He pushes people into each other and then away. It's a simple case of divide and conquer. Take a deep breath, Michael. If anybody comes around you, you tell them to halt. Because you have rights as an American citizen. You have rights as an Australian citizen. So I'll be waiting right here. I'll be shooting live. And right here could be anywhere. So, I don't know. Just chilling. Yeah. I just like ran them out and they're gonna say that. Fuck you, Brandon. Call me. I'll press some buttons, Brandon. I don't care. Huh? Yes, man, you go this way. You acting like what? That's what's like. It's fucking evil. You're a dick. If you want to keep yourself out of trouble, Brendan, you just send now. You know that. If not, I'm charging you. We're both going. Because you did it just to me. You're the Billy going on. I hate doing this. I hate war games or whatever. We could have been doing something positive, and you just ruin it with repeating meth 1,000 times. Brendan, I told you, I don't even fucking know what meth is. When I was in my 20s, I did. Some guy said, "Do you want crank?" I said, "What is crank?" Look, Brendan, look closely. And I know you do it too to my videos. Now, do I look messed up, Brendan, at all? I know I look a little squinty. I just like ran a mile an hour. I see people. I don't actually. And you're a scumbag. Anyway, I didn't know what it meant. Like, in other words, I didn't know what that meant. So, it's a speed. I'm like, what is speed? I guess it's crank. There's a lot of different names for this shit. I think that was that, or it was something else to put me to sleep. Good thing I think outside the box, Brendan, because I happen to have Narcan and it saved my life. Because I felt drowsier than anything. So I'll stay the Narcan. I'm not even lying. This guy does this to me. Believes me, and I hate his uppity attitude. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I got Justin's phones, both of them. Oh, what's that? That's what you would say. You just keep doing the same shit to me. I'm sick of it. And I'm showing you Narcan, don't you? Because it could have saved my life. Good thing I had it. And it wasn't, I think it may have been good. Expired or whatever. I'll find it. You owe me a pop socket too. I'm just saying. So that saved my life. Whatever the fuck that is. Because I was fading, and I was fading fast, and I was like, oh my God. Do you think that you're gonna let me get arrested after what happened last time? I'll press charges against the county for crimes against humanity. Statute limitations never run out. What you did to me was disgusting. I heard you down there. I heard you and Chris Keller down there in that jail. And you were there. So were you the ringleader of anally poisoning me with medical waste? Because it's a disgusting story that nobody wants to hear. They're gonna have to, because I will not go to jail. I refuse. I'd rather die at this point, because I showed you the pictures and I showed other people's 72 days for bullshit, because there were you were watching me since I started on my brother's birthday, September 10th, 2018 at DAPT Health, or it was QMES then. Now what? I'm serious. You either explain this in a way people can understand civilly, or I'm gonna fucking sue you, your family, and the DAPT Health, because you used all their company software to do this. You know how long it took me to get into this phone that I'm beta testing for Samsung? Because you did something to it. You always have to have something of somebody else's. That's disgusting. Let people have their stuff back. You have a lot of shit trap. You have a lot of explaining to do, and you're lucky that you have a friend like me, huh? My old pal, Brendan Rogers. Playing this stupid game was stupid. You're lucky I'm strong. You're lucky I am who I am. And I forgive you, Brendan, for whatever the fuck you were doing, okay? I'm just gonna tell you, don't ever do anything like that again. And you have a talk with the other people with the other stuff that you're gonna have to explain, because I got proof. They're here. And they're from a different country, and they got mad proof. And they are who they say they are. You've heard them tap in. You've heard them say, that's fucked up. Why are you doing this? Why? I even tried to ask you, why is it clicking? Why are you sending clicks into my window? And how are you doing it? And you wouldn't explain it to me. And then you just say, drugs, meth. And I'm like, this is stupid. You're making me nervous. I fell asleep at one point, and you know how it is. I mean, you could ask my brother or sister. Once I fall asleep, that's good. He woke me up again. I fucking hate waking up out of a sleep. And then he just keeps driving it home, you know, until I crash. And then I wind up in a position like this, where I either got to take a walk, which isn't too bad. It's good to exercise, or I got to explain myself in a way like this, where I could show people I'm alive, I'm well. I already told the cops to back off of me, because you're trying to get me in jail. What did I do against you so bad ever in your life? Brendan, you are my boss. You're not my dad. You don't tell me what to do. I mean, and then you went and recruited some of the people that I know from my past, like 20 years, like Christina, to do that to me. Hey, she's on my side, Brendan. What? I can't say your name? I can't say Christina's name? It's not right. And then you have law enforcement officials from Palmer, Phillipsburg. I don't care. I'll unfold the whole thing. The little guy sometimes, you know, the underdog wins. And I think I won, Brendan. I think I really want to kick the shit out of this. Because if they come near me, I don't care. You made me not value my life the same way as another human being by playing your 6 years of bullshit, almost 7. It was bullshit. It was all set up. It was a con job. It was rigged. That house was rigged. The way the electric was, that'll be investigated. Whatever you were doing, that'll be investigated. I won't stop. You almost fucking killed me, and you wanted to put me in jail, and you put all sorts of... You're like this guy with an uppity attitude, and I'm just a regular dude. You fucking fucked me, man. I hate when people try to set me up. Other people have tried to set me up throughout life. This time I had a plan, because I knew when I went back to Australia that I had to do something, because I get of a certain age one day. A lot of people won't understand. They won't understand what I'm talking about because of that. I just knew. I started to think, one of these days something horrible is going to happen, and somebody's going to try to set me up. And lo and behold, I was right, Brendan. So it's live, and then you hold it. You hold my constitutional rights. You even went as far as to violate my basic human rights. What do you think my whole X account is about that you hold? Take a read if you could get in there, because Brendan likes to have everything, and then he verifies other accounts under me. How does he do that? I'll tell you how. Because he's a sneaky hacker. I mean, he's a smart guy. I don't know why we had to do this over and over and over again for how many years. It's disgusting, and nobody even knew what was going on. Nobody believed me. I begged people to believe me. I'm a little damaged, and as you can see, where I don't even know what to call it. What you did, you're gonna have to explain it to me. But I got a good idea though. Psychological torture is psychological torture, man. You can't do that to people. So I'm pleading to you. come over here and let's talk about this. Because I didn't want to go. I wasn't having a crisis. You did the same thing the night before. And then all I had to do is play a YouTube video and they all backed off. That's what you said anyway. You say a lot of things. The car, you said you fixed it. Why are we even tied in? I cut ties with Adapt Health. I just got to say it like that, Brendan, because you laugh. Adapt Health, 2021. Whew, I think I lost 6 pounds from that run because they were on to me, as you say. This is crazy. And going in recruitment, like Brenda, Christina, and all them, low blow, bro. You know, like, why did you even have to get involved? Because you wanted me to think that I was crazy for that period of time and in the beginning, and I did. So I just played the game. Happens all the time, doesn't it? So it was real. And I knew that. I figured that out. Palmer cops, they can't hear. Whitehall cops, they can't see because you like to put child porn or whatever kind of porn in security streams. I have pictures, Brendan. I have you pretty good. You ought to send somebody out or bring me my McDonald's and my pop socket because I don't like you when you're like that. There are redeeming qualities about you. What the fuck were you thinking? It was just a setup. Just say it. Say it to the police and set me free because I cannot go back, Brendan, ever. 6 of them already, and you know. That's why you went after me, because I was weak. This time I wasn't weak. I lost my wife. I lost my life. And then you struck. Not this time, buddy. I got people here. They'll vouch for me, and they'll prove it. That's all I needed. So why do you think I ran so fast? Why do you think I did this? You're like, Brendan, I just know how you think. You're like, you're doing the same thing. You're damn right I'm doing the same thing. I'm ducking and dodging because I feel like something's wrong. So I'm going through this bag several times. And I'm like, I need to take my medicine because, you know, I got to slow down a little bit. And you even stole fucking other medicine. And you said, you admit to it. So why even bother? And why a guy like me, when I'm transitioning into Medicare, from Medicaid, and then you go online and switch it, I think Medicare picks up 80-20, so 80%, and then Medicaid should pick up first. I don't know because I forget. They change rules, you change rules. You think you're like some kind of gatekeeper of the internet. You're not. Nobody is. We all own it. Why are you like that? I have a lot of questions for you. Look, if you could solve this in a civil manner, I'm not going down. Whatever the fuck, what it was, I don't even care. Could have been fucking baking soda or fucking powder or was it baby powder. I just fucking throw it. Whatever the fuck it was, Brendan. I don't know what it was. Thank God. And then there was other ones, and then there was tissue paper. So I have all the proof, Brendan, that what you were doing was wrong. I mean, I just want a solution because this saved me. They said it felt drowsy, so it could have been a megaton of. I mean, I have, and you might have stole more of my medication, bro. And you got to stay out of my house. I don't know how you do it. I talked to my landlord. He knows something's up. I was doing really well until you turned around and started to drive it home again. And you were always in the background every time that I would go back and reconcile with my ex. You would just like fuck it up. I don't understand why you would do that. You just like playing with people. We're not puppets, Brendan. You know, we're not. I'm a human being. You should apologize and just tell them what the fuck was going on, because I really don't know what's going on. And then here comes Andrew Tate. Actually, I like Tate. It's a beautiful morning, Brendan, to change. I'm asking you to change. I'm a little irritated and angry at you as well, because I just had the experience of a lifetime and I'm safe. I feel safe, finally. I didn't feel safe while you were doing that to me all night. And then, that's why I just want to walk up here, you know. So, I want to know the secret, Brendan, to what helped me and saved me, not you. You made it very difficult for me to recover. You should be ashamed of that. However, you know, some of this whole thing was funny sometimes. It was funny. It was laugh, cry, everything. Good story. And we all learned. And then it seemed like I was like the one always saying, why don't we do something better? You know, like something that could solve some problems. We have all this stuff that we're doing. We have all these things. Like I was telling, you know, I was like with that kid a little hipper coming back. It's a thing, you know. I would like to see his opinion on it. He looked like a soccer player. He's at the gym over there. It's a thing. Because I waited down there for you, and you said, I'm there. And that wasn't you. Always do that. Don't lie. I stopped by in 2010, 2012. I just decided it ain't worth it. You know why? You lie. You got to make another lie to cover up that lie. And before you know it, it's just going to trickle down the path, Brendan. I don't know why you lie. Just tell her the truth. Who cares what people think? You know, like, the truth is, Brendan, things are fucked up, no matter what, between us. And I was trying to be your friend through all this because I knew it was you, and then you would flip it to my friends to play me against, well, my so-called friends, I would say, because I don't really hang out. I was trying to live a quiet life. I got up to a different county because Brendan, I will sue, and I'm still planning on it, and I have a good case record that I'm doing. Went to the law library. I got many entities, probably more now. These people that were after me or whatever, I saw them. They didn't bother me. They knew I was okay, and I told them I'm not going. It will harm me. So that's my statement or whatever. And if anybody wants to refute that, even you can't, because other people know. I hope they tell the truth, because it's not always what it appears, as you always say, and you could make it look like anything, can you? And you should show people that. It's amazing. Some of this shit is amazing, some of it's disgusting and funny. So why don't you just show how you do it, instead of like making a big beef, you know, like, and putting somebody and ruining somebody's life for the second time. Because Brendan, what happened the first time? I heard you and Chris down there. I really did. I heard you and Chris down there, of course, coming. Anyway, I heard you in there, and then I heard Teddy LaCour. And I know it was a setup thing. You know what I'm talking about. And you know about the sign, Brendan. You could unravel that. You may have a lawsuit. Because then you play a game with me that's disgusting. And you didn't know I knew Teddy LaCour. Thor Fry. I locked eyes with him, and that was when I knew that something wasn't alright. Kenny? That was weird. Casey Brennan? That was weird. Why do you play with people's minds like that? Anybody that damages me, I don't have enough time in my life to repair that. Every mental institution, you were right next to me, driving it home. You know, fake dial and all this stuff. And then you don't want to admit that it's real. You just want to make me out to be crazy if this is real. Oh boy. We can do something. You know, you always say it is. And I can hear you. Isn't that amazing? Why won't you prove that? And then you want to make me out to be the crazy one. I'll have somebody else prove it. It's all good. You know somebody else will prove it. And they did. It's all good. It's weird as shit, man. I guess we evolved after all. So evolve health was a good idea, I guess. I'm just looking for these Johans. Anyway, I'm just going to keep this going. Let me put this down. Lehigh County, but then I can't do it. I'd rather die. Like I said, please explain it. Come get me and just talk this out. Or like I said, I'll sue. I'm just gonna sue. It's just not right to fuck with people all night like that. I asked you to stop. I said, what? I didn't ask you to explain. What the fuck are you doing? What's the clip? I tested it for drugs. Like, how do you do that? There's no such thing. I Googled it. Like, why would you care? It wasn't even anything. You did it, and then you got caught. Didn't you? It's disgusting. I had to fight back a little bit to maintain my good health, and and I do good, Brendan. Brendan, I'm on a lot of research. I do things as hard as I can. I've always been like that. I love you, Brendan. I even said that last night. And you laugh when you say I love you too much. So tell Chrissy I said hello and just explain it the right way. You know how to do it. Or were you Al Nelson? Or were you David? I just don't know, because you keep flip-flopping. That's the hard part. Got it down to 2 at one point. I did hear you down there in the county, so you had to orchestrate something with somebody. Let's go after him. That's what I'm gonna do. That's things you say. That's what I'm gonna do. We'll go after that guy. You're a sneaky genius and an evil genius at that sometimes. I'm still out here. I'm free, and that's where I want to stay. Cause I think I'm gonna jettison off to whew. I got a nice shirt on, man. Look at that. The Braveheart and Beatles. Anyway. The one thing I'll never ever get over is the girls, and it's just a fucking fact. So just let me chill her and regroup. I haven't ate because you know why I haven't ate. My cupboards are bare. That's kind of sad. I mean, not that I care because wrestlers they don't fucking care about eating. I'm cramping up a little. So I'm used to it. I was able to not eat. Because you were stealing or somebody was Dave was stealing. So I don't even care. It's a EBT Connect. What? 10 minutes. Alright. I'm just gonna put this down. Come and get your it's or Al or David. Come and get your I think that's all okay. Right on. I don't see anybody here. Turns out the Whopper Wi-Fi worked. I'm not going offline. Maybe I owe somebody. I have nothing else. Sound like my iPhone just started. How in the world? These are Justin's phones. This is the phones, the receipts. And then you put this ad out there. Oh, this one did. And I get millions of text messages about free iPhones. These are Justin's. Why do you do this to us? My family suffered so greatly at the hands of a deep tell from you and your plans. I'm still on the fence of who it is. I'm gonna have to sort that out because it's just like this is just the microphone, and these are Justin's. And then you knew that I got these somehow. I don't even know what kind they are. He wanted me to reset them. So I even grabbed those. I grabbed my slippers. I grabbed a charger. I may be able to find that. I can make that happen. Because I wanted to get away from you in my own house. Or my own apartment. Isn't that weird? Oh. I wanted to get away from you in my own apartment. Because it seems like to other people, I guess. I don't know what it seems like. I'm going to ask Kevin. There's just so much going on. And it is driving it home, like, with these words. Like, keywords or whatever. Brandon, I'm a human being. You are too. I think you're in big trouble if you don't apologize to me. Or maybe it's, you know, Al and Dave and all that. And fucking that rape story. Nobody wants to hear a roofie rape. I may have recovered it, and you know it's at my house. I've probably been through there already. You scare me away so you could steal shit. If you worked, and then my landlord said 3 times I was locked out. That's not true. That's not accurate information. It was 2. So one of you's fooled him one time. He's nearly 80, you know. And I love that guy. I just hate whoever was involved in this. Seems like a lot of people. You even say your ex was in on it. Shit like that. It's just, I gotta let it go. I move on from energy vampires like you. You just suck me dry. Take my ideas and then apply them. I don't have time to read, study, and just sit there on my ass like you people. I'm just me. And then you wanted to recruit me to do it and say, oh, it's fun to torture people. Yeah, it's real fun. How far did that get you with me? It's not fun. I asked that kid last night when I was riding home. I said, what if you, because I gave him the hypothetical, like you already done everything to this person you could do to ruin their life, right? What's left? Why even bother? He didn't understand what I was saying. We should find that guy and tap him into your stupid game and see how he is, because he's a young man. I saw the other one, he looked like Mahomes. Thank God I played sports, I lifted weights, and I stayed healthy my life. And all down in Australia, I was not my strongest, Brendan. I'm still strong. I should have been dead, you said 20 sometimes. Your own words. Or Al, or, you know, I can't just point the finger at one person, because there are many people involved in the demise of me and my ex. And whatever. So maybe one day the story come true, like an Al, and I could tell it. Because I remember it all. I have a better remembering than you do of the event. Sometimes I gotta tell you things twice, because you know that what I was doing to you. I just try to make you. I either gotta make you laugh and tire you out, or just simply fall asleep. And it's so hard. It's so hard. That's hard to do. My stamina came back at some point. Microdosed from being very ill on vitamin C and vitamin D, and you know what I'm talking about. I was asking for iodine because I felt like I was burned on the inside. So whatever it is, it was radioactive or nuclear of some sort. So people say I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I know the medical things. I'm Microsoft's legends, Apple's babies, and Google's doctors, and Google down under is gonna route you, and they're gonna prove all this shit fucking very simply. Frequencies. Infrared, laser pointers. You fucked with these things. What did you put in these? I got a whole fucking box of these with a phone. You're forgetting how much evidence I got. And I'm not. I can't stand that one thing. It makes me so angry. Any God-fearing man would be angry to hear that story. So maybe I do owe somebody an apology. I don't know how many people partake in that kind of thing, because you do the FaceTime thing and then you go over and you fucking route them in a different way, and that's disgusting. Fuck, I can't talk about that. I gotta stay positive. I just don't know what to do if there's good proof of it isn't, Brendan. And who is it? Just tell it. Just say, call me. I say you want to be like real with me. 484-619-4269, or you call that Jersey number 908-763-8711. That's it. Anyway, stay the fuck away from me. I am strong. The only thing I did is leave my wallet on the table, which I found that I located over her. So I just went running from you. And then you're saying, I'm coming to get you. You lie. You have to show this in a way in court when I see you there. Because I'll show it in that way, Brendan, to the judge, what you're capable of. And boy, so will the other people involved, or they'll just be in jail with you. Because you could do things to people, can't you, with technology? It's a fact. And I don't care about all these people that are gonna hate and say, yeah, this dude's fucking crazy. Oh yeah? Let him give you a go. I'll show you how it's done because I know it all. I know how they do it, and they do it all the time. And someone else can do it. So, I've been on this for years on this topic. That's what the YouTube was about. It was about it was a puzzle. One person solved that shit. That's all it took. Not the trickle down effect. You want to make it about us versus you? I hope my my buddies fucking come to senses and say, ScHaTzY's right. You're a fucking asshole. And you went and you already studied me and her habits since I got to QMES. That was going to be honest. Then you went after two other individuals and you pulled their strings to do some shit, didn't you? You prey on the weak. We're from T-Berg, Alpha, Low Pat. We've been here our whole lives. I don't fill myself with pride because it's one of the 7 deadly sins. However, we got you. I'm going to keep it going. Deprivation. And I had it. I kept telling you. Why did you try to steal my dance? Why did you try to steal my honor on that shit? Why you say shit?